Okay. All right. Hi guys. My name is no. Hi guys, using here and just like how take from one from the top and let's go. Using here and go to the top again. Okay. One, two, three, go. Hi guys, using here. So as we began we workshop on Tuesday and we be actually like talk about Framer. So this is a video actually explaining on Framer. So I just to walk through my own process on of how like I can start for do me on this. So what I can always do is get inspirations. So you can use like different websites then for actually go get inspiration. But one way I can use frequently is Dribble, which is DRIBBBLE.com. Then when I go there, I can just like sign in with me account. Obviously, you forget like you email address, forget scanned in, forget logged in. So I sign in with me email address. So within people they do basically is then they give like a shot, they call them shots of the different screens to other designers them all over the world where they can basically design. And then this can actually help you for like get like an inspiration and how you self can be able for like create your own design. So on the workshop, we'll be talking about for create a fashion website. And so the beauty about this is you can search for what you want. And so I basically go look for the same picture we will actually be choose for the design, the workshop. And so all you need to do is come to this what you're looking for. And then we type in fashion, okay? And then yes, so there's so many different designs that way you can actually just see and you can just use as example and take and can make use of. So as I say, I did look for the design we do for the last workshop, which was this one. And unfortunately, we're not able for Donham, but this video is basically touching at least like the navigation and the hero section, and then subsequently I did pull videos, then we will actually match up with this. Okay, so simple. All you need for do is for copy this image and paste. But then even before we go and paste, so yes, I don't talk about Framer before, but we don't know, sorry, but we don't know Framer. So this is a no code tool. Women say you actually able to build your website without any code. So no HTML, no CSS, no JavaScript, no Angular. It's just the visuals. You see the visuals, and then you're able to like host your own website on Framer. So like get multiple websites the way we at ChrisTechSF don't create. I can show a couple. So if we check ChrisTex.foundation, basically we build this with Framer. If you can see that this is like a no-code tool we use for Bilam, which was Framer. And then if we could also check this one, if I can spell this right, yes, slash DaVinci, yep. And also this was another site done on Framer. Yeah. So yes, this one. So yes, it is not possible to build complex websites on Framer. You just need to understand the basics of and then it's easy for you to actually do your own style. So the aim of showing Dribble is to basically know that you know they can like break the rule, well break the wheel, sorry. Like you use them inspirations there as a guide for help you create your own design and create something out of them that is basically probably not seen or it's a combination of things seen. So you know mean so you need for like start from scratch, which you can also do, which is not a bad thing for help you creativity. So for you for access Framer, so Framer is a internet based. So you need internet to actually make use of them. So all you need to do is you go to Framer, FRAMER.com, and yeah, and all you need to do is just sign in or log in for the first time. Yeah, so middle you don't get account, and you also download the Framer app on your laptop. It will actually help you out. Yeah, so just the login because I already get account. If you don't get account yet, you can just sign in and then go through the steps that we need for do for signing. So since people don't sign in with me Google accounts before, I also they can like sign in with me Google account. I will use the one way I can normally use. And because it's Google, automatically just verify that it is me. And then yeah, the site they come up. But for the purpose of this, they use the desktop app, which is easy. You can just download and then you get them. Okay. Yeah. So when you open you Framer for the first time, it will automatically either create for you your project, or if it counts you to this dashboard something like this, well, me own go different from una own because I don't practice and experiment with different designs them. So you can just like come to this top here, also I say this blue button, also I say new project. If you click on new project, you actually like the load and then yeah, there you go. So a couple of things where I will actually talk on whilst the video they go on. So Frame, as I said before, is a no-code tool, which means you can actually create your website on this without worrying about any programming language. We will actually help you for create your website. Although at certain points you're gonna need like custom codes, or actually can for help you for make some certain functionality. But no worry about Sandy. Yeah, don't stress yourself about that at all. So there are different ways that you can start. So, but for the purpose of the workshop, what we actually do earlier, as I say, we go through the process what we do. So, remember at the start, we go dribble and we actually like search for inspiration on fashion because we talk so we do something on fashion. So, yeah. So, as I say, we just say like copy the design we actually be start with on the workshop. Okay. So, if we um okay, sorry. So if we can just copy, if I can able for city design again. Okay, yeah. So for copy this, all you need for do now for right click and you go to copy image, and then you go now you frame app or website and then you paste. So for paste, it's either you right click and press paste, or you do Control V or Command V. Okay, sorry. So with this one, we don't bring the image kind inside. So that means it's really pretty easy for bring your own image inside for use as inspiration as a guide for creating your design. Okay, so yes, we don't bring the image kind inside, but what are some of the things that we will need for now? So with creating a website, you need for consider you need for like create for different screens. So for example, if one use let's say for example Nike website, I might probably use it on my phone, and the design with it on the phone, it's smaller. Obviously, the screen of the phone is smaller than the screen of your laptop. So obviously, waiting on your laptop not going for like show your phone precisely like I supposed to show. So you need to like consider the screen sizes. Meaning, say the screen size for your laptop different from your screen size for your tablet, and the screen size for your tablet different from your screen size for your phone, and so on and so forth. So like we get like screen sizes, but me own prefer screen sizes what I can use is I can start with a bigger screen size with 14400, and come down to a smaller size with 1200, and then also go to 810, and then also go to 390. So basically, this means that the width of your screen now you actually consider, right? Okay, understood? Okay, and for create the screen size system, it very pretty easy. All you need for do this bot really right up here. If you click on them, this how I say breakpoint. You just select the different sizes. So breakpoints just means say the different screen sizes where you actually design for. Months ago, I talked about 1440 screen size. And if you click on the breakpoint button at the top, you're not going to see 4040 size. Be like, oh, I forget that. But fortunately for we, at the bottom, also you get custom, you're able for like create your own custom screen size. Meaning that if you get like a particular screen size in mind, you can for like create a name and also create a name and also create the size of the screen we want design for. So, okay. So one more thing, naming convention is really important. Although, okay, it is okay. But naming convention is important because it actually help you for actually get help you for actually organize and structure your files and your work. So for this case, they create a screen size and we call it large. So this means that any screen size from 1440 and above, that means plasma TVs or something. I never remember apart from plasma TV, I know able to count any example I'm made, or your laptop, they actually like take this design upwards. Okay. So I name this as large, and then the width size, as we talked before, we use 1440, and then all we need for now for just add. And then automatically when you press add, you notice say the screen size will just create 9 this one over here, but it come after this one. So I will explain the concept of main screen to bottom screen or top to down, but I just want to create the other screen sizes. We will actually help with understand what they can do. So for creating other screen sizes, all we need to do is press the breakpoints button and then tablet automatically we create the breakpoint for tablet, and then if we click the other plus button and then at the phone size coming. And so the next one is, if you notice, we not move the picture of the website where we copy and paste, but it automatically they upon all the screen sizes there. So what in that mean is that for any design we do at the main screen, when at this desktop main screen, it will run down to all the screens there. Meaning say, if I move this, if you notice, we had to move this one, or you can just zoom out. If I remove this one, all the images on the different screens there will create the move. So that means say any design we do now here, they duplicate all now here. So for just make we understand more, they create a rectangle. Yes, I will explain how to create a rectangle just now. But I will create a rectangle. If you notice the rectangle I create, I just create an area and you apply all go down. So that means say any design I do now this screen, they show now the other screens them. But this is where it gets funny and tricky. If you create any designer, any of them screens there, and then show for all, that means that now screen no more it will work for. So if I create another rectangle here, you notice it not apply to any other screen, it just apply to this screen alone, this one. So that you also need to consider, say, if you design, the main screen very important for design on because they help you for just remember to do something called responsiveness, where you like it allow you for just design and you design just flow on all the screen sizes where you create. Okay. Obviously that is clear. And yeah, so if any questions you can just like ask now the comment section and I go like come in and ask answer. Okay, so for moving forward, the next one we're actually going to talk about is breaking down the design. So if I can just undo this, for undo now, command Z. So what I can always do is break down my design. So design like this, we get something we call atoms and molecules for we go science stream. I can't even remember atoms and molecules right now. But anyways, when I can always turn for design, I can try for like break the designs down into like smaller bits. We're going to make I understand exactly what I design for. So it gives me like the idea of how or waiting are they put and how are they able to get I'm going. Understand? So in this case, if they see like but they see like shop now, collection, shop by gender, Zend, about us, terms of use, ENUS. So basically, all of these are just text and a rectangle. And then this is just text. And this is just text and a rectangle, right? And then here is text. Here is also text. Here is image, right? Text also, rectangle, plus text on top, rectangle, text on top, circle, and then arrow. So with this, you basically know exactly which are the elements that we get for use, and how you get for kind implement the elements there. So yeah, okay. So but if we notice the color of this picture is the background of is black, and you're gonna wonder how would they able to like keep this black? Okay, so we got like multiple ways then. Oh, by the way, just heads up, we got like multiple ways then for actually do things then on Framer. It depends on which one you're actually okay with. So what me can do is create a rectangle, and then now I begin design on the rectangle. Or you can just select the screen itself. On this side over here, inside the mouse there, so we call it the property channel. So like for any element we select, it will show you all the things that we can do to them. If you can like increase the size, decrease the size, you notice the size there. If you can decrease the size, or you can create layouts, or like anything we can actually like literally do to this, you can see them over here. So if we click on the fill just means say the color of something inside. So like if it's a circle, the color inside the circle is a fill. So if you click on this, you get this box here. So this box now they allow you to choose like range of colors from red to blue to yellow to green to purple. And then you can also reduce the opacity. If opacity just means how see-through it be. So for the purpose of this design, we can change that to black. So another way we make it do, well, probably it's not the best professional way, but again the work done though. So yeah, is create a rectangle and then design on top. So at the top here is what we call the top menu. So you get like different items that we can actually use for incorporate to actually get your design going. But because of this tutorial, we just touch on few, probably just the layout and the text. So I was just explaining. So this first one is called plugins. So plugins are like third party. We will actually help you forget your work easier and faster. Let's say for example you want to get image to your design. Instead of you being stressed about going to a particular website to go download the picture, count on your laptop, then you frame out probably will be heavy and yeah. So you can just use like the plugin. It will actually allow you to just like bring your picture on. And then it's on column CMS. Uh, uh, so CMS basically means it allow you for like content management system. I actually defending them. It allow you for actually manage your content, meaning that how instead of you creating, let's say for example, they create like e-commerce website, you get like 1,000 products. You have to like manually create the same design for that 1,000 product thing. So this CMS, all you need for doing for just put the items there in the CMS, create one card, and now CMS now they populate all the other cards. So now 1,000, you know, instead of you will take 1 year for doing, you probably could just take like 20 minutes to get them done. That's CMS. Then text is text. So text basically now for type you content inside your design. It's straightforward, pretty straightforward. And then layout, get basically like the frame, rows, color, grid, image, video. So frames are like just containers. Well, basically they're containers, but like different ways how the containers and they go. So rows is how you actually like it's also I think called stack, but as we go on, we'll explain but and then we'll go see exactly how they do it. The last one is called insert. So this basically get like different elements the way Prima be done create and things it be like a best bet for we for actually use and for we for actually make we work easier. Good? Okay. Okay. So since we don't get none out of the way, now we can use with frame. So forget your frame. You can use two ways. One is you go to this menu at the top and sorry, and you go see if you click on them, you go see frame, rows, columns, grid. But if you click on frame, you see like your mouse or your cursor don't change. Or if that's too long for you, like even for me, you just press F on your keyboard and automatically you press F on your keyboard, it changes. All right. So when you don't press F, for create you rectangle, what you need to do is click and drag. But then just quick one. You notice when I put the mouse at the edge of the screen, it show me red line, one go straight up, one go across. These are like guide for showing me like the edge of the screen and for help me for like be precise and not miss. So yeah, it just to help you so you know exactly what's how you mouse there and how it able for like lay your content out. So for actually draw the rectangle for cover the whole screen, you just click. So when you say click and drag, the left click, yeah, you click, hold and drag. So you click, hold and drag. That means when you click on your left arm until you get to side and go. So at the click, I'm still holding and voila. So I don't create a rectangle. Yep. Right. So so if you look over here, you will see pages, you will see layers, you will see assets. But for this video, we'll talk about pages and layers. So layers basically what in layers mean is it will show you how you what are the things that you don't put inside your screen. Like for example, we just draw a rectangle frame inside it. So if you look here under desktop, it will show you frame. And if you also look under desktop, it will show you primary. That means say this screen is the primary one. So any design we do now, yeah, they show that the other screens there. Yeah. So for just program, if we zoom out, you can just notice all this. Okay. All right. So the next thing is we want to change this frame in color to black because obviously the design of this website is black. So we want to change the design to black. How would we do it? So remember we talked about properties channel before, and the way they will like actually get the properties channel. Now, if you select an item, so that means if you not select an item, and this is for show you. But if you select an item, you click on, let's say for example, this frame, you will see all the properties that you need for assign to this item. Okay? Yeah, yeah. So if you look over here, it will show you position, which in the long run we will talk about, not too long. Also at the topic, a link we might also talk, we'll also talk about from it will. Then layouts, yes. But for now, we just want the feel of this. Remember how we changed the field at the start? But if you just skip, which is fine, you all you need to do for changes the color of this is this how we call fill. So under styles, this how we call fill. If you click on them, it will open this box here, and this box here just get like the colors, the shade and the colors of everything well, the different colors really. So ranging from white to black to blue to sky blue, or if you get the color code itself, you actually just enter. But for in this case, we'll just drag this and cut to black. Voila. So we don't create the background. Yay! We don't get this one now. We background. Right. So waiting that the next way they do is because we know touch this frame again. To be on the safe side, I think we should lock this frame. So for lock this frame, if we right click and scroll down, you see lock short Command L or Control L for lock the frame. Okay, so we don't lock the frame. So that means now we never move the frame at all. Yeah. So never move the frame at all. Right. So going back to this design, if we zoom into the design, remember I said we for like break down the design into like different sections. So if we look at the navigation, we'll be end of Odoo, which was really amazing. As I said, we get text and a rectangle, text and rectangle, text and rectangle. So we start from the simpler one, which is the text. So for we forget the text, as I said earlier, text is text. Like just never take a sip, sorry. Okay. So text is text, and all you need to do is type go up here and you see this T item. If you click on this T item, you will get the text, or if you select shortcuts like me, just press T on your keyboard and automatically the text come up. So if you click inside the screen, you will notice over here, you'll get like two items with the over here on the desktop. All right. So if you just type, if we saw the type right now, you will notice the layer, they get text bar, but need to see an I don't type this, I don't see anything. So the issue is the text in color. Nah, yes, you guess right. Black. So if you see the text in color are black, but for because of one see the text in color, which we basically do. Remember, as I say, if you want to do anything to a particular element, you need to like select on them. And when you select on them, over here, you get the property channel where you basically get like which are the things that we give before you do to this text. Okay, so if you scroll go down, you will see the fill, or in this case, the color. So if you click on color, you will notice there is 0000000, which is black. So like if you just scroll from black, see I say scroll magic. That's it. So automatically I don't change now the color from black to white. Yeah, good. So since yeah, I really don't do trouble jabla there. So what we'll do is we type shop now, right? We actually say shop now. Yeah, shop now. So we want select inside, either double click or we press T for go directly and just click inside for go directly. So I double click in this case. So I change this to shop now. And by the way, if you look over here, the property channel, I use a text size of 16, which is really small. So I don't select out and I don't get me button called shop now. But then remember when we talked before, say it's a text and a rectangle. So now we'll just watch this and see how they will forget like the rectangle out of them. So remember at the start our layout come up, right? But right now we don't foresee layout at all. But we need layout in this case. So when we create a layout, I will explain exactly what are some of the benefits of having layout. Okay. So for create a layout with this one, when you select the text itself, you just need to right click and then you go right at the bottom and you see add to stack. But in this means you actually create a layout of them. And then there we go. We don't create a layout. Okay. All right. So there are certain things I just want to explain. So for the layout where you notice we click select them, you get like this big or long rectangle we create. So what does that mean if you go that width? You get four different things there. One day we're not available, and I will explain why. So you get fixed. What means say like you get like a specific fixed width, and then you also like now you do like put your number. So I can put them at 500, right? See it change. Okay. So and also we get relative. So relative now like let's say for example this bottled water. If I fill up this bottle water, the water relatively they at 100% of the bottle. If yeah, I think so. Yeah. So that means if it has 50%, that means water bottle is half full, technically. So what this mean is if it is 100%, that means they take 100% width of this. So if I change this to like 80%, see notice the size reduce. If I change this to like 60%, you can also notice the size change. This is useful, but in this case, we're not going for use relative. The other one is fill. So fill, I'll give you an example also of this water bottle. So water, they fill the container, right? That's fill, basically. If you pour water inside, it fill the container. That's fill. And then for bulk content, I mean the container, when at the parent, you hug the water inside. For explaining, if I go under fit content, you see the size don't go down. That means say the outside hug the size, the width of the short video for explain fits, feel, and all that one in there. Okay. So for create we outline, if we scroll go down, remember we select on if you scroll go down, you actually see the properties them and one create a border for this one. So if you scroll go down under style still, under fill can down, you see border. So if you click on border, you see color, one changes to white back, and then also in this case, I might probably increase the size of the border, might probably reduce and long back. Okay, that's too much. I will just leave it at one in this case. But then here we go. So now we text and we get rectangle, but not this. If we go back to the image we get now, yeah, you will see space between the text and the rectangle. Okay. Oh, so for you just the wonder waiting are the use which fonts are the use? Are the use Inter? So yeah, Inter are just like a custom font. So just another disclaimer: some of the fonts where they are nothing say I get them, so it might not be precisely this, but we try for like create something similar to them. Okay, so we want increase, we want make this one we don't create be something similar to this one, and be like, how would we do this? Okay, so another thing we need to know, sorry, now that we do work with the stack, we always need to make sure say we select the stack always. This one they are under this. I still need to find the name for this layer, but I think it's called left, right. Yeah. So under here, you actually able to like foresee the layers and how it is. So if you select this stack and you go down, we say get padding. So padding means they create space between the text and the rectangle. So I will just show you for make you see and you understand. So if I increase, see when I increase them to like 16, you see the big space really between the text and the rectangle itself. And in this case, I will just put them at 8. So that means say if I zoom in, that means say between this W and this line here, now 8 pixels. So pixels are like small box that would actually make like a a whole picture itself. So 8 of them small box ending here. And then from this top line to this bottom line, 8 of our back there. And from this border to this other one back, 8 of our there. And from this one don't get into this one of our 8 of our back there. So we don't create with space. But we still not get what we want it. Okay. So how we will forget this curve will begin here at first. So we select this. For we're gonna curve there, we come we still imagine remember so now we select on the stack key able for like see the properties that we for add. Right? Okay. So if you come back on a property and scroll, go down and scroll to the point where you say radius, which means that you actually create like a rounded edge, right? So let's just increase this. I'll increase mine to 24. And then voila. Automatically we don't get something very similar with this. Don't create a first menu. Wait. Okay, yeah. So in doing that, now it will make for create the balance 5 menus then. So in this case, all you have to do is copy and paste, and edit. Yes, that's how easy it is. So you don't even need to go through all that process we just do like a few minutes ago. So in that case, all we need to do is for copy now, Control or Command C, and for paste that Control or Command V, and then all you just if you just drag and back to the position you want, and I double click inside this. Maybe I'll talk about how you able for edit inside the text, right? So I double click inside, and then I change this to, if I can able for see, that's on collection. So I change this to collection, and the two one actually explain about written at the essence of layout as how you type. The space is always consistent. You don't need to even stress yourself, say, oh, if I will change the rectangle in size, and yeah, it's just consistent. So even if you type like a very long thing, the its pixels will be created at start, it's still 8 pixels. It's not going to change at all. So let's just type we collection, and then there we go. And then, yeah, as I say, we just copy and paste, copy and paste. So I will just go through this process and just copy and paste. Shop by gender. Then the other one is um about um and then the other one is, remember, copy and paste, terms of use. And then the other one is ENUS, EN dash US. Okay. 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 So I don't fast forward and don't create the six menus them for do. So don't get to the stop 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And if you also notice at the center, I'll get something called send. So and if you also look over here, you also see stack, 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 stack. So remember when I say naming convention is important? This is what I mean. Imagine you get stack, 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 and you don't even know which one part of stack they do it. So for make a cleaner design, it's advised to actually change all in stack there into like a proper name. For the sake of this tutorial, we basically they change them to the name of within the inside the stack. So they change this to en dash us, and then we'll change this other one column terms of use, and then we'll change this other one column about us, and then we'll also change this other one. We'll call this SBG, shop by gender, and then this will call a collection, and then the last one we call a shop now. Yeah. So it's easier for know what to they do it and how they do it. And then if you also notice something, the space between this is the same as over here, but the space between this and this is different. So we can do the manual way, which is just join all thing and just eyeball them, as most designer can call them eyeball. Or we do a better way and easier way can actually help we ahead or before. Which is we select the three, we group select, yeah. All right, so how now did it happen? So click, hold, and drag. You select all three of the stack them. So with this one, what you need to do is right click, go to the bottom, and you press add stack. Remember how we add stack at the start? Basically the same thing. And then we'll change this from relative to fit content. And then with this now, it's even easier for reduce the size if between the shape there or the buttons there. So if we count on selecting the stack, so we can call this like group one. Yes, I'll use any naming convention will actually work for you. But for this case, I will use group one. If you click group one and you color this property channel over here, you will see like the something called gap. Gap now basically the distance between the items there. So let's put this as 0, sorry. And tada, we get exactly the same thing now yeah, over here. So also we do the same thing for this. Select all, right click, scroll go down, add to stack, change this from relative to fit content. Let's just drag this, sorry. Let's just push this so okay actually see it will do it. So I just press the arrow button for move them out. So also they change the gap to 0. Okay. Oh, and we also change this to group 2. Okay. All right. So we don't get the two group together, but then we still have one more, which is the then to wait for the other middle. So cause we text to back and type ZEND, and then let's increase the size of this. So for increasing the size of this, if you look at the layers panel, you actually see like the text. We select on go down on that text, you will see style, content, font, size. So they increase the size of this. Let's say we do 32. Okay, we can just increase this more. 40, 50, 56. Basically, we put on 56. So in actual sense, we don't like get a near resemblance of this image there. Very near resemblance, by the way. So what we can do is manually or we can do automated one. But let's just try manual and see how they go. So if you click on this text and you drag just count tab up to also you want them. And then if still selecting, if you go to the property channel, you see this one up here, I like alignment tools there. We use this horizontal align and we'll just use horizontal align. So horizontal align means say you align anything on the horizontal landscape. We mean say from left to right. You align anything from left to right. So if I click align horizontally, automatically this come to center. All right. And then let's manually just take this group 2 and then move this to like the corner like this, and then take this group 1. Let's also move this to the corner like this. Okay, so for just get consistency, we can just like select group 2, group 1, and this end, and move and go up. But then if we notice, as I will say, when you design for one, you tend for design for all, and yeah. But if you also notice that the design for mobile don't corrupt, and design for tablet don't corrupt, and design for large don't corrupt, and so on and so forth. But let's just concentrate on this desktop for now. So we don't get the navigation exactly the same thing, right? Sorry. So let's try and get the image. We can zoom in. Um, the text and the image and this text. Oh, disclaimer. I might not, as I say, I know things I get this font, so we will try and see whose font's closer to that. Yeah. So let's do the image. So for the image, it's a rectangle. But remember, we select on this insert, we sorry on this layout, we be see like an image layout. So what does mean? It's easier for actually bring image with this image layout. So let's just eyeball this. If you notice the image, they just little after this end and exactly under the en. So imagine the image, I just click and drag, and at the eyeball I'm click and drag, still click and drag, and then there I am. We don't get this image layout. So this image layout basically means you actually bring in an image inside, and yeah. So we can use one of the things that we talked about earlier, plugins. So what in this mean is if I select on this image layout where we just create, and we go to the property channel outside field there, you will see that it's an image. So if we click on this, it will tell us to choose an image. So if you get the image on your laptop, you're able to like choose them and bring them from your laptop. But in this case, we'll make use of the plugin. So if you click plugin, you will see the tools that we actually take out picture inside. So let's do Unsplash. Like that's like one of my favorite plugins. Unsplash, you search what you want. Let's say people standing. Um, um, oh yeah, okay, just use this one. It's not basically the same, but it will work for what we want to do, hopefully. Yeah, so we don't get image and we image. Yay, that's pretty easy. And then the next thing is we come with the text. And if I see waiting, I can type. So remember for bring the text tool, it's just the T, or you go up here and press this text tool. So it says Zend fashion is a minimalistic style that emphasizes simplicity, naturalness, and calmness. Okay, so the size of this text is really big, so we'll probably reduce this to 16, and yeah, and also eyeball them. but make it just stay something like this. Okay. And yeah, so we don't get with text, we just the similar to this one. Then the other one we need for doing that is Zend fashion where they come in next. All right. So as I say, I don't get the font, but let's see what we could do with this. So let's do Zend. We're going to increase the size to 128 probably. Could increase that more. And another thing we not talk about is weight. So each font get like different variations. So if you click on this one, it will show you like from thin to extra bold to black. So in this case, I had to make use of black. And if you notice, the black is actually like really thicker, if that's even the word. And then we can just increase the size back a few. So put this at 160. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We'll probably can just reduce the size of this image a few inch more. Yep. I think we basically they on the same page right now. So we could just copy this end and paste this end and then just click and drag down. And then all we need for do now is just type fashion. And voila, we don't get we Zend fashion. It's not the same, but it is similar, but it's not the same. Yeah. So we have this design duplicated here. So another thing within here we will not do yet is the rectangle we say about us, simplicity, if I could pronounce, simplicity of design crafted for you by our professionals. And then you get also something like button here. So what we could do is create we rectangle. But before we do that, let me just try something. Okay. So what you just notice the height of this font is not the same of the height of this font. So we're gonna need to consider that and probably bring this down a notch or two. So the rectangle here will just stay on the same level. So yeah, for bringing rectangle, if you press F for frame, comes up, and then we click and yes, you guess it, drag. There we go. And then for make the rectangle round, remember you go on a property channel, you go on the radius, in this case probably 12, probably go walk. Tada, there we are. Then if I change the color to this color now. Okay, so there's a trick factor, like for color pick. You see this eye now? This thing now, if you select on them, it basically allow you to select like color and know the color shade. So if I click on them, automatically it changes the color of the rectangle. Yep. Okay. So we just need for like a type within there and it says hashtag about us. So also they can do hashtag. If I can know where my hashtag there. Oh yeah. Okay. Um about us. Yes, we reduce the size back to 16, and by alpha reduce the size back to 16. Um, yeah, there we go. Hashtag about us, and then the other one is simplicity of a design. So we can basically come with this. So we'll see it to the type and make no mistake. Okay. Same, bring the text tool back, and then type simplicity of design crafted for you by our professionals. Okay, so we don't get the text. Yeah, again, it's too big. probably reduce this to 18. Okay, so what we can do with this is we can change this from fit to fixed. Emma talked about them. So with fixed, they actually create million size, and then I can change the orientation of how this for the leg. Okay, there we go. Yes, I say it might not be as close as because of the font and all that, but yeah, there we go. Okay, so just one more thing for do in this rectangle, which is okay. I just move this text car up a little. Probably increase the text to 20 and see. Probably increase them to 24. Okay, 20, 22. Yeah, 22 looks good. Okay, yeah, I could do 22. Okay, so we need to bring the button. Try this one. So frame, text, circle, and then icon. And then basically we've done like the huge chunk. So frame, remember, click, drag, and hold. There we go. Yep. And then we change this color to white. There we go. And then change the radius to 24. There we go. And then the text and type shop collection. Voila. But yes, it's white on white. So we change this to black. Yeah, you guessed it right. And then now we put this black here. Voila. And just left one more thing, the circle. So for being circle, it's really funny is you draw your rectangle, sorry, draw your square. So for the square, why is it draw rectangle? You hold shift and then let's change this color to black. It seems like in the show. Let me just figure out why in the show quickly. Hmm. Okay, so just to figure out. So what thing I do is duplicate the frame and then I just bring them up. So let me just walk you through what I do. So this frame, I just copy and paste. Automatically can. Then I delete what's in the text of this first one. And then this one I'll just move them out. And then automatically I don't get another one. And all I need for doing is just change the color to black. Okay. So yeah, I might probably do a slight change to this one. Move this in, or could just leave this here and come with the icon. So we talked about plugin at the start. So we can make use of another plugin back. These people want icons. So if we click on the plugin and we type icon, yeah. So you can like different icons. Honestly, my favorite icon pack is phosphorus. So I do use phosphorus. I know I have some designers who go tell me say I don't overuse phosphorus, but yeah, GG. So we type for arrow and we use this arrow now, and the arrow also don't come inside, but the arrow they in black. So change them to white. So yeah, so don't do the major part of them. And then waiting left is this text that goes across. I think we already understand the concept. Rectangle text. Yeah. So could do the same thing. I already close this one. So we go to frame and then click and drag So I dey bring this scan down a little bit. Just, yeah, make sure say the shape the inside the screen. The way you gonna see the inside the screen that it is under this desktop. And as I say, it's very responsible of you to name your layers. Very responsible. Okay, you may thank me later. Okay, so we can change this color back to this one. Let's change this color to this one. Yeah, remember how we do. Go under fill, picker, and then select this color, and then that's it. Ta-da. Okay, so I can just write something here. Fast, colorful t-shirt. Let's just do colorful t-shirts. I might fast forward this one, and let's change this to white. Yep. Colorful t-shirt with it again. Jacket that you love. Jackets that you love. Just remember copy and paste, copy and paste. Short pants for beach. Short short pants for beach. Nice and comfy t-shirt. Okay, we'll just type this last one and just duplicate the rest. Nice and comfy. Jackets for you can just duplicate Sunday. So for just make sure so we the spacing equal amongst all. Remember the buttons are up here. So this second to last one, it's called distribute horizontal. So that means say it take the first item and the last item, find the starting and ending point. Or if you press just distribute between the starting and ending point, and then sorry, and then that's it. So the last one, I will just do this picture for the last one. So layout, image, and here we go. Remember for use the plugin, so we go under fill. Yeah, sorry, we talk to the use plugin, and also to look for fashion. Okay. Okay, I think I had the best picture for use. Let me try to get another one that might work. Yeah, I think I like the eyes. So yeah, we basically don't try for duplicate or replicate this website. It's not the same, but you get the concept. So that's it, basically. But then you wonder, yes, so on like the next videos, we'll talk about how we're gonna actually like get this workable for the different screen sizes we'll create. But for now, let's just concentrate on this. This is a very good job, by the way. Nice, straightforward, and then yeah, just if you want to see how this looks like on a website and you wonder how you able to like show your clients this one. So if you look up here, so I say publish your site. If you press publish, it automatically they create so you like a dummy URL that you could just use for yourself. So if you just click on the first one at the top, it goes into your browser and ta-da, this is our website. So okay, even share this, you can see and then you can see the website we'll just create. That's it for now. Ta-da! we actually work on this and try for finish. So till then, love, Eugene, peace.